Chapter 13, we're going to answer those questions from the Chapter 12 question, what movie should they see and what streaming service should it be on? M, The Princess Bride Hearthfire, your movie network on demand. So Hearthfire is a Lauren Grace ism that appears in several of my books. It's a movie streaming service. E, Sonic the Hedgehog or Onward or God's Not Dead 2 on Vudu or something like that. C, Galaxy Quest. Lauren Grace. Apparently, I don't see many movies. I had to look some of them up. Chapter 13, posted April 15th, 2020. Tuesday, I ended up working late. Surprisingly not. My boss didn't like the second quarter projections. The problem was that some states were extending their shelter in place till the end of May. Others weren't, but they were closing schools, which for many families became the same thing. I found an online version of Magic 8 Ball. My boss wasn't entertained when I sent it in a follow-up email. My phone played the ringtone I'd assigned to my mother. Hey, what's up? Mom didn't call without a reason. Not much. You were just quiet on Sunday's call. Everyone was. Brandon's Easter bunny delivered way too much sugar for his kids. I didn't dare say anything or they might start in with silly faces round 84. So nothing? To tell Mom or not to tell Mom? If I told her now, she would keep asking me how Cade was. If I didn't and she found out later, she'd lecture me. Not really. One of my old roommates messaged me last night. Craig's in the hospital with COVID. I put him on my prayer list this morning, but I don't feel very sincere. There was a pause on Mom's end of the line. That must be hard for you. Mom, you know it is. I don't wish him dead. I just don't want him near me. Do you still have feelings for him? We'd been through these questions before. My counselor showed me how my insecurities played into his need to control everything around him. Same questions, Mom. Still affirm no. I think I feel guilty because I don't feel bad. Does that make sense? After what he put you through, I don't want to put him on my prayer list either. Maybe I should have told her about Cade after all. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned it. I understand. How's Julianne's father? She texted this morning. He's doing better. She is helping her sister deal with the crisis of homeschooling situation. Her brother-in-law is an anesthesiologist, so he's moved into his parents' fifth wheel in his driveway and only talks to the kids through the window or on the phone. That must be hard. Julianne's glad she went home. Her sister needs the help more than her father does. She's glad she lost her job here, too, so she can help. How are you and Dad? Other than not getting together with our friends for cards, not much has changed, just two old retired people puttering around the house. They've asked me to sew face masks, so that's something to do. Oh, and your dad's waiting. Hello. Tell him hi, and I love him. We love you too, sweetheart, and I'll pray for Craig, and that you can find some peace. That was a huge admission for my mom. When things fell apart the week of our wedding, she was more upset than I was. Thanks, Mom. I love you too. On Instagram, I messaged my friend. Thanks for letting me know. I hope he recovers. She messaged back. You know, he's really changed. Me. That's good. I lagged out before she could send another message. I didn't want to walk down memory lane. I went the next 15 minutes cleaning. Honestly, there was not much of a mess with only me. Then I called Cade. Can you talk, or did I catch you at a bad time? Perfect timing. I was just narrowing down my movie choices. Do you have yours? Sorry. I haven't even thought about them. Well, I have, but I just haven't looked. I opened Amazon Prime movies in one browser tab and Netflix in another. Are you okay? You sound down. Sorry, I've been dealing with an old acquaintance in the hospital. You've apologized twice so far this call. No apologies are needed. Do you need to talk? Talking about an ex-fiancé with a current boyfriend rarely worked out well. But if Cade would bail, I'd rather it be now. before the first kiss, which, thanks to the governor, was weeks away. He's my ex-fiance. Oh, more than acquaintances. Our relationship wasn't the best. He didn't take the breakup well. Stalked me, left creepy notes, not well. Told my boss I was insane and spread lies on social media about my infidelity. For the record, I wasn't the one in the back of the car making whoopee with my bridesmaid while I was having my wedding dress fitted. Can I assume you are saying that politely? Yes. I didn't want to explain things. Let's just say I ended up getting a restraining order and moving. I don't wish him harm. I'm really having a hard time praying for him to get well, even though I know I should. I won't lie. I'm curious. I haven't been in your shoes, but I have an idea of what it feels like not to want to deal with past hurts. Now I'm curious. That's a story for another time. One thing I learned was trying to find a way that the hurt changed me for the better. See that I am a better person or have an opportunity because of it, said Cade. I was wiser and more aware of myself. And because I learned that what love isn't, I think I'm better prepared to recognize the real thing. Of course, I didn't tell Cade that. Way too early to talk about love. My counselor told me something similar. My relationship was a catalyst in my life. Thanks, that helps. Can we talk movies now? Sure. What movies do you like? We finally decided on Galaxy Quest, which I'd never seen, but changed the date to Thursday. Cade had a client in Hawaii that he was working with, and he was sure the Wednesday call would go past 8 p.m. We chatted until midnight and ended the call with us yawning our goodbyes. He didn't bring up my ex again, and I learned his favorite food. As silly as it was, I couldn't wait to watch a movie together with him separately. Lauren Grace to readers. Next date ideas. And I'm just going to read these now because some of them will play out later in various things. Joint cooking lesson to make pasta carbonara or different parts of meal to share. Painting with a twist, doing versions of the same painting. Socially distanced nature walks at a nature preserve. They could tour a museum virtually together or maybe just chat while eating their favorite treats. Play Pictionary on a Zoom, Skype, Google Hangouts video call. They could have a virtual talent show, show something they made or can perform, art, cooking, woodworking, judging. A game of Would You Rather.